Okay, so I'm just going to do a makeup demonstration. Yee, my first one. But I've already put some of my younique rose water. It's toning spritz. What I do is I spray it onto a baby wipe and put it all over. And I find that really helps, like, the moisture, and it's really good and helps your skin, so leave that for a few minutes. So it's really good. I'm actually running out, so I need to get some more of that. So leave that for a little while. It's all different products I'm using. It's not just younique or Revolution or whatever. It's going to be a mix. So my primer that I've just put on there is just from Penneys. It's the strobing one. So I think in the daytime it's good to have it on as a base, just so, because it's daytime and it's nice and bright. So I just put that on with one of my foundation brushes, obviously cleaned before I put it on. So it's just the strobing hydrating primer, and just put that on, leave that for a few minutes. I have that on a little while, just before I started videoing, and that's gone on now, and it's on for about 4 or 5 minutes before you apply your foundation, and on to the rest of your stuff. So I'm so unprepared because I just decided really quickly, let's do a video. So I have I'm just going to do like a daytime look because I have to go downtown. I have an appointment. It's my day off, and I'm just going to do this and, you know, look nice. And so I have my Revolution colour corrector. It's a base corrector palette, so it has your greens and your purples for all your different blemishes and that. So I have to put some under here. I have dark circles always, all my life actually, and this is sun damage. Very bad from over the years. It's flat and it's not raised or anything. I've already got it checked. If you have anything like that, get it checked. Always wear SPF 50 on your skin every day to protect your skin from sun damage. But this is just from being in the good sun, like away on holidays. So so I'll use my little brush and get rid of that. That's kind of raising it a little bit, and then green. I put a bit of green here because that equals out the redness. I always have a bit of redness around my nose, so you just blend them in. You hear my dog at the door. She's trying to get in. She'll eat everything if I let her in. Nice, so that's that done. Let that settle for a little bit. To conceal the dark circles. I don't know why I have them, because I sleep really well lately. I've always had them though, but so I need my foundation. So I want to use my younique Mineral Touch. It's the liquid foundation. I got it in the colour Velour, which went really well with my skin tone. If you want any samples of what ones suit you, I have these on little bits of foundation with different colours on a card. If you want them, let me know and I can give them to you for free. So you give this a good bit of a shake. It's great because the dropper's on it, you won't waste, which is really annoying. So I just drop a little bit on. And my foundation brush, which is Penneys, my unicorn. Ooh. And just go to town. I like to apply it in a circular motion and really rub it in. Sometimes people are afraid to. You need to really get it in, or else it just won't look good. Be all strokey looking. Chin. I like the mineral foundation because it's not too heavy, it's not too cakey kind of. It's nice and light on my skin anyway, I feel, and it smells really nice as well. So I just leave that for a second, and what I like to do then is with either a beauty blender or this little doohickey here, these little brushes. They're nice and compacted, the bristles on that, so I let that kind of set for a little bit. Then I spray myself with my fixing spray, which I got, it's Revolution. I think, is it? I can't even remember now. Actually, I think it's Penneys. So just, yep. Or you could use your foundation brush you just used, just to get it in. And make sure that's in right. Let's get under there. Happy with that. So that was my Younique Mineral Touch foundation I used. It's good for daytime. It's not so good for nighttime, but just it's so nice and light, so you don't feel like you're caked with makeup. So I'm gonna do my powder now. So I don't have any blemishes, thank God. So I don't want to use any concealer. What I usually do, I have this. It's the dog, sorry. It's another Makeup Revelation product. It's the Cover and Conceal Light Medium. Just a few different shades in that. So what I would normally do, well I can do that now, is I use it for my blemishes wherever I have them. I don't have any, so I'm not going to bother with it, but I will put some on my eyelids. Just for a base for my eyeshadow. So I kind of try and get the tone close enough. So use that as like you can use it as a primer for your eyeshadow, which is really handy. This lasts for ages because you barely need it. with the mineral foundation you get so much good coverage. So leave that to kind of settle for a while. So I'm going to be wearing like a bit of autumny colours in my clothes, so I'm just going to go for like brown kind of smoky eye, which I'm going to use my Moodstruck Addiction Shadow Palette number 4. That's another Younique product, which I find the pigments are just so cool in this. These are my favourites. I like a bit of sparkle, but I always go for these for my daytime look. My browns, creams, golds. So what I'm going to do is put my powder on now as well. I'll do my eyes first. So I'll pick one of these little roundy brushes, and I'm going to use the colour Tender, this one here, as my kind of base powder on my eyes. I'll put that all over. Okay. You can see that's even nice on its own. I like to use it as a base. So what colour will I go for? I'm going to go for the darker kind of one. This is called Brave. So put this into the creases here, the corners. And I shall use a bit of a flatty round blush for that. Like this one here. It's still a bit round. Kind of like a filbert shape. So this, just dabby dab dab. Give it a bit of a tip, just, or do this to get the eyeshadow into your brush so you don't waste any. And just apply in here in little dabs. I always start out and it looks really messy, but once you blend it with another colour, it will get tidier. So corner, 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 crease, crease, crease. You work it in. And the other side. So you can see here. Okay, so I want to put a bit of gold in because it's nice and sunny out, so when I walk down there'll be a sparkle in my eyes. And I love this gold in this palette. It's called Secretive, but I don't know, they should call it something else, because Secretive, it's not very good at being secretive because it's gorgeous, it's sparkly. So just put another little round one. That's a bit more roundier. And I'm going to put this inside here. Just into the middle. Okay. So it's subtle, but it's still sparkly. I like it, and it goes well with the brown. So what I shall do is just kind of brush this off, and then I'll just blend. So I do this just to use the excess of the brush underneath. I don't want to look too gauntly eyed underneath like some people do. It just looks like you're sick. I don't get that look. Maybe it's just my age. But for eyeliner, I I have this nice Essence one. It's called Teddy, and it's kind of like a metallic brown. I'll give that a pair. It's a little bit blunt. I just dropped it onto the bed. So it's just a nice rounded tip, and not too pointy, not too blunt looking. So what I do is just go for it outside of the lid for daytime anyway. It's nice and subtle. And what I might do then is just sharpen it a bit more, because I want to use this on my eyelids for my liner on my lid, which I just do a little bit subtly for daytime. I don't want to be too in your face, because I like to keep the mad cool makeup for nighttime when I'm going out. And I always just do little flicks at the end, but I'm happy with that. I don't go overboard with it. So that's the eyes. What I am going to put on my eyelashes, I haven't got the patience for sticking eyelashes on. It's just so time consuming. If I had time, I would spend time doing it, but this stuff is amazing. It is another Younique product. It's the 3D mascara. So you get this, the Moodstruck 3D fibre lashes. So this is the gel that you put on your eyelash first, and then you have your 3D fibres. So I'll just show you. This is the gel, which I'll put on now. Even the gel on its own is a nice little subtle addition to your lashes. If you're in a quick hurry, just go. Okay. So this is the fibres, which you add on. If you can see, it's kind of like little tiny little black things all over it. They're literally just the fibres. So what I do is, after your application of the gel, do it a few times. You can see it adheres to the gel, and it just enhances the eyelashes so amazingly, it's ridiculous. So who needs falsies when you're in a hurry? Yeah, so you can build that up and build it up, little that compared to, like, that's amazing. So you can keep building and building until you get like mad eyelashes, but I'm just going to keep it subtle for the daytime. So I'll do the other eye. Oh. So while those fibres are settling on, I'll do this eye. I think that's enough. And what you do is when you're finished doing your layers of fibres, if you want to do a few to get it really popping out, you put the gel on at the end, so that'll just set them in, keep them. And I'm just going to use my normal mascara for my bottom lashes, which is the Maybelline Great Lash, the Reliable. I've not had this one for years, but I've used it for years. The old pink and green one. It's a classic. So I'm not going to highlight and contour and all that crap because I just couldn't be bothered. I'm only going to be downtown for a little while and then it's coming off because then I'll be having a shower. So what I will do is get my blush palette out. This is another Revolution one, Obsessed, but it is Ultra Brush Palette Sugar and Spice. It's just so cool. Look at the colours. So you have really nice like pinks and browns, and then you have these shimmery ones which are pretty cool. So probably go for like a light brown and maybe mix it with a bit of pink. What you do is just smile and use the apple of your cheek and go up. Lovely. And then I'll get a smaller roundy brush and use this here, the shimmery one, for a bit of shimmer. And what I do is put it down my nose and just above the cupid's bow. So my lips are going to be really subtle as well, as it's daytime. You don't want crazy lips. So what I am going to use is my Younique Bonbon it's in Raspberry Cheesecake, so it's a tinted lip balm. I haven't got it with me, it's in my handbag, but I just put that on, go out the door. What you can do is maybe use a little bit of lip liner just to keep it, but I think on a daytime look it's really subtle. So I'll post an after picture with my Bonbon lips. So I'm just going to leave it at that. I didn't bother with any powder because I think it's fine the way it is. But that's my daytime quickie look that I need to get out the door. Okay, thank you, bye.